Hello, this is Amanda with From Where I Stamp near Kingston, Ontario. And I would love to share with you how to create this card using the Artfully Composed. Here, I've forgotten the name of the suite already. Yeah, Artfully Composed. I was right. I should maybe write this down and like have a big thing up there for me to remember, but I don't. So anyway, this card here, I know it's a little image on this side, that side, but I'll show you the larger image of it in just a moment. And this is using items in the new mini catalog that just came out the first part of January and a new stamp set in the Celebration catalog. So these items you can purchase on my online store, and the link for the products I'll be using today will be in the description of this video. And if you want to make sure to be notified of any new videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel. So I'm going to swap the cameras around, and we'll get started on making this card. So just a card to say you're amazing. So this here uses the Artfully Composed Designer Series paper. There's a couple different names, and that's why I'm a little bit unsure about what it's actually called, because I haven't committed that to memory yet. All right, so mini catalog, Artfully Composed Suite. Move the card out of the way. It is on page 32 and 33 of the catalog. And if you don't have a catalog, drop me a message, or there'll be a link in the description that you can request a catalog if you're in Canada and do not have a demonstrator. All right, so now I probably should have talked about the Celebration stamp set first, because in here on page 14 is the Special Moments stamp set. And the Special Moments stamp set is a $120 order, free with a $120 order. So Canadian. So some items in the Celebration brochure are free with a $60 order, and some items are free with a $120 order. So I figured if you purchase the Artfully Composed for $123.25 before shipping in Texas, then you could choose this Special Moments stamp set for free. Now, if this something is not up your alley, you're just not into the tropical things, or you want to just pick your favorites out of this, you can do that, and then just add items up that total $120. All right, so here is the stamp set. I'm going to move my mini catalog out of the way just for a moment, and we'll talk about it in a minute. All right, the Special Moment stamp set. I wanted to give you a little tip. So this here is a photopolymer. So, and because there's so many wonderful greetings, there's 2 sheets. Now, I'll show you here what I did. Was I like seeing my can't think, sentiments from the back. So when I look at the back, I want to be able to see the sentiment. So I decided to take the insert and trim down, so I still have that little spine. So how I store my stamp sets, you can still see the spine image, and I kept it just in case. So I just slide that in there. Now, usually the photopolymer stamp set would have those images already here, so it'd be a lot easier to read them, because before you use them, some inks will stain the photopolymer, which has no effect on how well they stamp, but sometimes the staining is nice because you can read it. So then what I did was, before I transferred these, because they come on a little plastic sheet, is I stamped each sheet on a piece of basic white cardstock. So then it's not the greatest stamping, but then I made sure that this equals. So the thanks is here. So when I took the stamps off, I made sure to put this in first and did 1 sheet at a time, because I knew they would fit, and then put each of these stamps to match the location. So then hopefully I'll be able to figure out which one is which. Hopefully, as long as I put them back in the right spot. All right, back to the Artfully Composed. I love the colors in this suite. And I didn't purchase the whole suite. I wasn't sold on the vellum, but I have an idea for you to swap out, because if you notice, this card here uses a punch. So you could sub in my ultimate favorite punch, the tailored tag punch, and use that instead. And your total would be $133.75. So still more than enough to be able to get that free stamp set. All right, so I'm going to set that card back up here. All right, so in this, oops, I'm going to rip my catalog. Whoops. So we have a bundle. I'll show you them in a minute. These awesome jewels, the designer paper, this really interesting vellum, but I wasn't sure if I'd use it, so I didn't buy it, and this pretty ribbon. All right, so we'll put that down there for now. Oops. Didn't wreck my catalog. Oh well, I have more. All right, so we have the Artfully Composed Designer Series paper, and I love making up these little cheat sheets for me so I can share it easier with you too. So these are 12 by 12 sheets, and they are gorgeous. They are very busy, but you can cut those pieces down so it's not so dramatic. So you could take one of these busier pieces and cut it down to here, and it would still work. All right, so next up, we have the ribbon. So isn't that fuzzy ribbon so cool? And you could color that. I haven't done it yet, but you could color it. All right, and then we have the faux sea glass shapes. So these are cool colors. I love these. And then we have the stamp set and coordinating dies. So here's the Artfully Layered. Wonderful sentiments. And this one here is like a background that you really can't read. It's pretty cool. And then I put my dies in an empty stamp case with some magnet sheets. So then all the dies are here and they fit in my drawers better. All right. So I don't know if I'm going to use the dies or not today, but just to let you know, easiest way to show you, here's the plate for the Stampin' Cut and Embossed Mini. Kind of a brand new plate. And all of them, all the individual ones, will still fit. Now this one doesn't fit as well. You could do it maybe on an angle. So if you're cutting something long, I would suggest using the big Stampin' Cut and Emboss. But if you only have the mini, these will still work for you. All right, so I wanted to show you how to create this card. So I have some soft succulent and a lot of these colors. So the pale papaya, soft succulent, I guess there's no soft succulent, this is pear pizzazz, but evening evergreen, are those two are in colors in the same family, like year. So it's something that you could purchase a pack of cardstock, maybe instead of the punch. And maybe you have the punch already. So you could buy a pack of cardstock, and that would be very close to that $120 before shipping and taxes. All right, so I already have this cut to 5.5 by 8.5 and scored it at 4 1/4. And I have a piece of basic white and a piece of that designer paper. So you could use this and put it on here, and it just creates a little bit of a different card for you. See, to kind of give you an idea. All right, so this piece we're actually going to use for our backdrop here. So it's going to go here. And then my basic white, I'm going to do some stamping with the other stamp set. And then we're going to punch out our tailored tag with the sentiment. All right, so let's do our stamping first. And this is a cling stamp set, so you don't need something on your table, but a scrap piece of paper, piece of cardstock if you don't have anything else, or the Stampin' Deluxe foam mat works wonders. So I'm going to take off, oh, maybe I haven't used this. There we go. And grab my inks. So these are the colors that are in the designer series paper. So lots of fun. And I'm going to do Just Jade and Pale Papaya. Maybe I'll do Calypso Coral. Let's see how these three stack up. So it may have been better to use Just Jade for the base, but I think it'll still work. Let's try and see what happens. Okay, let's do Just Jade first. We'll do the big leaf. Tap, tap, tap. And I'm going to kind of copy that, like so. And then I'm just gonna do down here. And this is why I like the deluxe foam mat, because I can clean this up after with my Simply Chamois, which is right here, with just a little bit of water. All right, so we'll put that away for now. I have a mess already. I have a mess. All right, so next we're going to do, I'm gonna need a bigger block for this one because it doesn't quite fit. Oh, this didn't come clean. Oh, well, I'll clean that in a minute. So this one we're gonna do in Pale Papaya, just because I think it'd be kind of neat. And we're only gonna do the top part of it anyhow. Okay. So we want to do this, I think. I like that. And then that. Something like that should work. And if it doesn't quite work, just pick it up. And since I have it up, picked up, I will do that. All right, and quick wipe. And then once on the back, just to pick up any extra water. There we go. All right, so Calypso Coral. Okay. I think I'm going to do the words. So these wordy thingamabobbers. Not sure what to call them. The words. The broken words you can't really understand that must be in a different language. Who knows? Okay. And you could stamp them off if you wanted, if you weren't sure how it would look. I'm not quite digging that. What do you think? It's okay. But let's go with it. See what happens. All right. So let's see if these colors work. And they do. All right, so before, well, actually, no. So we do, these two pieces get glued together. Like so. And then, I forgot my tear tape. All right, so then tear tape is the best for putting ribbon on a project. You might want to leave it on here. I probably will, but I do want to have my scissors. And then we flip this over once you have a good idea of where you want it to go. And there's two ways you could do this. I'll show you both. Okay, so just make sure I'm in the frame here. So putting the tear tape this way, or you can go this way, depending. Grab my tweezers. And then you can take off the backing of the tear tape and just, stick your ribbon down, and that works. Or the other way, which I usually do this way. So just give that ribbon just a little bit of a pull. Kind of make sure it's kind of straightish. just a little bit of a pull to make sure. And I didn't make this long enough, so I'm going to need another piece. So this, you just put the tear tape over the ribbon, like so. And then we'll just trim this. There we go. So you have two different ways of adhering ribbon to the back of your project. You can kind of see there, that's a little more in focus. All right, so now to stick this to our project, either you can leave this blank, like not any glue on it at all, which I'm going to do. You can also leave these on if you want, or pull it off, then put a little bit of glue. Mostly at just the four corners is all you need. And I do like my deluxe foam mat for that grid, or even just using grid paper. And we want it to go about 1/4 inch in. I don't know, maybe something like that. There we go. Now on to our sentiment. Move a few things out of my way. Okay, so, oh, there's my punch. I'm looking for my punch and it's right there. Okay, you can't laugh. I'm sure you've done it too. So let's see. The other nice thing about having the clear background is I can quickly see what ones will fit. So the happy birthday I could make fit double stamping it or even cutting it apart. The horror, maybe. So hang in there. Sympathy, bright day. I like the thinking of you. Short, sweet. Now if you, I'm looking for a block. Thinking I have another block on my counter. So I'm going to use the small thing here. You can also use the sentiments that are in here for this card. I believe they will fit. Some of them will fit. I think that one and that one will fit, and that one may not, and that does not. So, oh, I shouldn't put the punch too far away. All right, so I'm going to use some Memento Black. Stamp my sentiment. Doesn't matter if it's straight, it's crooked. The punch will fix it. The best punch in the world, which is a tailored tag die. I will be sad if they ever retire it. I will not be giving up mine if they retire it. So I like punching upside down because then you can see it. Usually it goes farther than that. Whoops. All right. So can't forget about these faux glass beads. I guess I will be using that bead. All right. Anyway, just get back on there for now. So, dimensionals. I did pop up. I didn't pop this up on dimensionals, but you could. So you could use dimensionals. Don't forget to use around the sheet, around the edge, because you just have to use your scissors and trim it away. But if you wanted to stick it right to the ribbon, and it gives this ribbon gives a little bit of dimension to it, you could use some tear and tape on the back, and all you do is just stick it right on the ribbon. So we're going to go right there. And then to finish this thing off, let's see if I can figure out what's going on with this. Is this the sticky side? Nope. So is this the sticky side? Looks like the sticky side. Yay. All right. So now I'm going to do one of the green. We'll do a bigger one. These are just so fun to use. And a smaller tealish one. All right. So there are 2 card ideas using the Artfully Composed Suite, and I've forgotten the stamp set name already. Where did it go? It's upside down. Special Moments stamp set that you can earn for free during celebration. And if you have any questions, leave me a comment. The links for the products I've used today will be in the description below. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Or if you think that there's someone else that would enjoy watching, send them the video as well. Have a great day.